Greetings YouTube, welcome to my channel. I am Feather Beyond the Light. Today I am meeting with my dear friend Toyia Conway-Hampton for interview. Hello Toyia.
Hi Feather, how are you?
I'm doing lovely.
Great.
Thank you so much for meeting with me today and interview.
You know what? For you, I'll do anything, Heather. I love you to death.
Oh, I thank you.
I'm the CEO and founder of Two Lifestyles Women Empowerment Program. I am the CEO of Two Lifestyles Women Empowerment Program. And the purpose and the mission and vision of my agency is to support women who's been affected by domestic violence and sexual assault. The reason being is I am a survivor. I've encompassed in my life tons and tons of sexual assault, and I was a hidden victim of domestic violence, and then as an adult woman I was also a victim. I was in 3 abusive relationships. However, the last relationship that I was in prior to the healthy one I'm in now was most abusive, and it caused me to want to open a domestic violence program.
I've heard that you want to open up a domestic violence Safehouse.
I wanted to open up a domestic violence safe house for women and their children probably like 24, 25 years ago, because at that point in time I had 7 children and there was never enough space for my kids. Either my son was too old or I had too many children. And I would get, well, you know what, I'll give you some numbers. Have you tried this place? Have you tried that place? It's not enough room for your family. Your family is very large. Or we have enough room for your family except for your son is over 13. And so it prevented me from getting the help that I needed and that I desired for my family to get safe. However, more recent, I had a survivor that was a part of my agency, and I got her mom's permission to use her name. Her name is Ashley, and Ashley was a part of our program, and she needed a safe place to stay. And there are other local facilities around. I mean, there's other places that you could go to. And one day in our one-on-one, I asked her, I said, well, why didn't you go to this particular place? She said, nah, but if you had one, I would go. And then maybe 2 weeks passed, and then the 3rd week passed, and we do what we call a safety and well-being check. So I got on the phone, and I dialed the number that was in her chart, and I got her mom. And I said, hi, may I speak to Ashley? And she got silent for a second. And she said, who? I said, Ashley. I said, this is Toyia calling from Two Lifestyles Women Empowerment Program. I'm looking for Ashley. And she says, honey, he finally killed her. I said, huh? She said, he finally killed her. And then she explained to me that Ashley and her abuser was in a car in the mountains, and they were killed. The car went head on to another car, and they both died in the vehicle. And so one of the things that stood out to me that's moving, hasn't stopped, is that a part of me wished that at that point in time I had a safe house for her, because I believe that she would still be here, because she wouldn't have not been in a vehicle with him. She would have been in a safe house, in a safe place. Yeah. And so in the honor of Ashley, I am going to take my vision and what they call it, what McDonald's call it, supersize it to a safe house that can accommodate more families.
Yes.
I am so interested in a 3-tier, and I actually have a vision board that I've created some time ago. And in this vision board, it's like 3 levels, because the bottom level is for the women that does outpatient. They get to come, show up, do group, mingle with the women that are in a program, because they're going to encourage each other back and forth. The women that live there is going to encourage the women that needs to get safe to come in, and the women that are out that's doing well is going to encourage the women in the inside to get out and live their second lifestyle. And then the second level is going to be the level where we have all of our groups, our child care. I would love to have an area where they could be makeup and pedicures and massages.
Oh, wow. That is great.
I'm so looking for that, because those are the things that I've needed. And for the last 20 years, going on 21 years, I have created with the women that I serve what I needed, because it just wasn't there. So the third but not last level, which is the top of our facility, is going to be the housing unit, where on one side it will be the women with no children, in the middle is going to be the mothers with their children, and then on the other end is going to be the young moms, very, very young moms. So I have a vision. You
have an awesome vision.
Thank you so much.
And it sounds like your housing tier is going to cover everybody.
Yes.
Which is vital.
Yes.
Like you said, you believe that if you had a safe house, that Ashley would still be here.
I do. I believe that with all my heart.
I believe you mentioned briefly before that she wanted to leave her abuser, and was trying to do such, but she had nowhere else to go.
Absolutely. It's as we all know, housing. There's a homeless epidemic of so many of us are housing.
Yes.
But it's a large percent of women that are homeless because they left their abusive relationship.
Yes.
And then you give up everything. I myself have been in 11 shelters, but I stayed 12 times, 12 shelter stays. And so I was in and out of shelters. But the thing is the way the funding is set up for shelters is because it's such a high demand. You get like some programs give you 30 days to stay, some give you 60 days to stay, and some give you 90 days to stay. After 90 days of leaving 10 years of an abusive relationship, you're not ready to live. You're not ready to function. And it was so much going on, and I wanted to be so helpful. But I think that to provide a safe place for them, that in those tiers, that top level, we'll have an area for the women after they're out of crisis, that they have a place to go for transition.
Yes. And Ashley, she was not an isolated event whatsoever. This occurs often. Let's talk about statistics. Statistics show 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men experience domestic violence in their lifetime, correct?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. And it also, statistics also shows how many times a victim will leave before they stay gone. And I'm not the norm, because the normal is it was originally 5 to 7 and then 7 to 9. I just shared that I've been in 12 shelter stays. And so when you have those family members that's going through that, we have to give them an opportunity to get out, hopefully sooner than later, but don't give up on them no matter what, because so many people experience domestic violence. It's amazing on how many. It's sad on how many children have to see it. It's sad on how many of our children end up becoming the victim or the perpetrator. So the numbers are there, and it's so alarming.
Yes, that is alarming. How often is a victim to be killed? How likely they're going to be killed by their abuser?
Every 9 seconds, we have a woman that's in the hospital. So when you think of that's been abused by their batterer, we're talking about every 9 seconds. And we've been on this video long enough for several women or men to die at the hands of their partner.
Domestic violence is truly a dance with death.
I agree. I've never heard it said so eloquently until I read something that you posted, and I think like, wow, it's definitely a dance with death. When I think about the times where I really thought I was gonna die, or just the times where I got punched and hit, that I could have hit a table and died, it's definitely a dance with death. And it's not a slow dance, it's a fast dance. Right? Because slow dance is very slow.
Oh, no, it's a chaotic dance.
Yes.
You're dancing with the devil.
Yes, I agree.
How much funding is required to make your dream become a reality?
How much funding that's required in order for Ashley's Safe House to be started? Let me tell you, I started this company right here, and it's been in operation for 8 years with $0. Right? And when I say 0, I worked a full-time job. I traveled the country doing national consulting, child welfare reform and work. And I was able to start really, really small to build to where I am right now. And what they told me, because I went to open, I need a house, because I'm so urgent. This is like a sense of urgency. You know how people say, oh, I'll get to it. I don't feel that way. I wake up every day like, God, what will it take for me to get a safe house? How can I keep these women safe? And not only a safe house to keep investing and then get bigger and get bigger, because where I live is so much land, right?
Yes.
A good $50,000 will give me enough to begin to build on land. I can 3-story it. I mean, I have a whole blueprint. I have it all. A good $50,000 will be a start. But you know, there are so many celebrities out there that experience domestic violence, sexual assault. They've been through that. And then, and by all means, I love dogs. I love cats. I love tigers. I love elephants. I love all those things. But when I think about how much the need is to save our human beings, sometimes I'm thinking like, help the people, would you?
I agree. You see lovely activists raising tons of money for other causes like animals. I love animals.
I do too.
There's a off topic. There's Kitten Lady on Facebook. I'm a huge fan of Kitten Lady, and she has so many followers and she does so much good. There's so many animal activists and stuff, but people tend to focus more on animals than human beings. Heck, Paris, the cathedral. Look at all these billionaires that funded the rebuilding of the cathedral. Have you seen that?
Yes.
It's insane. I mean, I understand.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful historical landmark. However,
we're dying every day.
Yes.
Yes.
People are dying every single day. If everybody comes together, your dream can become a reality. Let's focus on human beings. People, human beings, lives. I heard that you're looking for a celebrity spokesperson and representative, correct?
I am. So 2011, I was, first of all, nominated Phenomenal Woman of the Antelope Valley. Thank you so much for the work that I do in empowering other women, as well as the face of Mary Kay Inspiring Story, Team Dream. And what that meant to me was I had the opportunity to watch all of these celebrities lend their voice to narrate this video that I did. And I realized because those celebrities were involved, more people would listen. And so my idea is to get a celebrity that can lend their voice. Actually, Maria Menendez said that she would be willing to be a part of any of my project. I've been reaching out to her for a while. Hopefully she get a chance to see this video and that she can reach out to me. But I've left Facebook messages. I've been on Twitter following her. I just want to let people know that domestic violence is real. It's not easy to get out of. And there are so many women. Again, they're shifting the funding to other different things. But if I can get a celebrity to stand side by side with me, I guarantee you that we can make some changes. Because a little person like me, they don't pay attention to. But a big celebrity with a name and a status, they'll listen to.
Absolutely. And what I've noticed about human nature in general, people tend to just ignore and choose not to. Basically, we little people, we're technically invisible. Nobody tends to care about the little person, the average Jane and John. But when it comes to a celebrity, it's big line news. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
So what we need is a celebrity.
Yes.
A celebrity that will stand with us.
Yes.
And will be willing to share their story and stand by two lifestyles, correct?
Correct. You know, I've gotten so desperate. I thought about going down to Beverly Hills, standing in front of them hotels and wait for any celebrity to come because I'm just that serious. You know, I'm just that serious to have somebody to stand beside me. And I said, if they even get, if I was able to get a small piece of property and some wood, I promise you I will build that thing myself. I know how to lay concrete. I know how to put wires in. I know how to build foundations. The only thing I struggle with is putting doors up because they always crooked. But anything else, I will build that thing straw by straw just so other women and their children can have a safe place. It's that important to me.
Yes, it's very, very important.
I love you, Heather.
I adore you too, Latoya. And before we wrap this up, I've heard that you have a fundraiser going on this year coming up in October.
So every year, October, we have what we call our Women Empowerment Program. It's our symposium, and that's just a fancy word for a women conference. Every single year, we put together this conference and bring a group of survivor women and other women that want to support the cause. And we have workshops, we have activities, we have vendors, we have speakers, and we all come together and have a human process. And what I love about this event is that every woman in the room get to walk the stage and feel like she is beautiful, which is so important to me. My mother used to model, and the way she looked when she would get on that stage, and just it was a different, she had this different look about her when she would get on that stage. And I wanted to provide that for every single woman that hit the door, if they want to. And if they don't want to, then I would encourage them to do so. And if they at that point choose to, then we'll do that. But we also raise funds at this point so we can plan, of course, for our Ashley Safehouse. And of course, proceeds are split between the Dash and the Ashley Safehouse, because we're a nonprofit organization. We have to be able to fund. I've been funding this company for a lot of years without a grant writer. I've just been hitting and missing. And myself, my husband, and small other donors in the community, we've been making it work.
Hear that, viewers? We need connections to grants and funds.
Yes.
Now, for our parting comments, how can our community help you achieve your vision? How can we, as a community, make Ashley's Safehouse come into fruition?
I think as a community, how you can help me make the Ashley Safehouse, our ribbon cutting ceremony, is to go to our website and donate. You can donate monthly, and if you donate monthly, make sure you put Ashley's Safehouse Fund. That's where to go. www.TWO-lifestyles, LIFESTYLES.com. Go to our website. The donate button is there. You can donate 5, 10, 3, whatever your heart desire. But think about this for me prior to donating. Think about a situation in your life that you felt if you had a safe place, that things would look different for you. And then make that donation. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, puts on your heart, then make that donation. But also click the monthly installment fee. I know we buy coffee every day. For a long time, I was buying a couple of Starbucks every day, but I left that alone. But at one point I was drinking coffee every single day, and it's like $5 a day. $5 a day for 20 days is a lot of money. And I'm just asking if you guys could help us open our safe house so I can keep Ashley's life to the forefront. And I have to say, Ashley left a beautiful daughter, and one day I would love for us to fly her out here and for us to let her see the Ashley Safehouse. That I would love for that.
What a legacy!
I would love that. Oh, I would love that.
What a legacy! Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can to partner with you and make your dream become a reality. I pinky swear on this. Pinky swear.
Pinky swear. Thank you, Feather.
Thank you so much for interviewing with me, Latoya.
Not a problem.
And to my viewers, I highly recommend you subscribe to my dear friend Toyia Conway-Hampton's YouTube page and follow her on Facebook as well. You can I feature her channel on my channel. You can go click on my channel and you will find her channel on the featured pages. And you can also, I'm going to be leaving some links to her Two Lifestyles Facebook pages as well as mine. You can find them in the bar below.
Mellow.
Below. Echo.
Thank you guys so much for letting me be a guest. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you, Feather, and all that you've done for Two Lifestyles over the years. Bye.